Raku has smiled upon us tonight. And our faith, the sacred children of the Raku, never wavered. Everyone watching live, as this child shows us the way.
You might have just sentenced a bunch of children to death. Don't stop rolling.
Tyler Perry's Ruthless.
We have won the battle, but the war is not over. The night is always darkest before dawn. And though it may seem as though we are in the midst of darkness, trust that dawn is on its way.
May I present to you the children of the new paradise.
We're adults sometimes.
All right. Wasn't it a dope intro? Thanks to my boy VKJ, which I will be bringing up. Let's bring him up to the stage. Hey. What's up, Jay?
What up,
Thank you
people?
for that dope intro.
Oh, thank you for playing and thank you for the love. I'm here for a good time. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yes. And here is the number one ruthless addict, all things ruthless, my girl Tika Deshawn. Hey.
What's good, everybody? What is good? Ruthless addicts are in the building. Let's go.
So what is the temperature check for the episode 6, soup du jour? What do you all think, Jay and then Tika?
Made me hungry. I'm hungry right now.
Are you sure?
I need some Rakadushi soup. No, definitely another great episode, man. You know, like again, season 5 is burning hot right now. You know what I'm saying? It's on fire right now. You know, from each and every episode, it just keeps getting better and different and learning so many new things about, you know, especially Obadiah and everything. So yeah, I give it a 10. Yeah.
I agree, actually. And Tika Dushi.
Listen, you already know it's a 10 for me. Like, I didn't find anything wrong with the episode. It's just my opinion, my thoughts, but I didn't find anything wrong with the episode. Everything literally cohesively flowed together. There were so many comedic moments within the episode, and I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy, this is hilarious. So, I loved it. So it's a 10.
I give it a 10. It was a very good episode. Listen, we're gonna get into it. So let's speak to the people that are here. It looks like we have like 25 people in the building. I want to thank everybody for coming through. That's Latoya,
Yeah. Hey,
Karima. Thank you for coming through. Yvette.
yes.
That's Jay.
All the fam
Renee.
coming through. Yeah. What up?
Give everybody some love right quick.
Yeah.
We do have a special guest coming in a few moments, so I want to go ahead and get started. But I did want to speak to everybody before I got too busy. So thank y'all for coming through. We're not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. I just gotta focus, okay?
It's all good.
You got this.
Oh, listen, can we say look at the abs of since that's all we got to see anyway, you know, look at the abs of I was about to call him by his real name, George, y'all.
Yeah.
And everyone so delicately dabbing the red paint from off of his body. I'm just saying, Elder Mother, if you ever get tired of doing your job, call me. Okay.
Oh my God.
That's why he's right there, because I just appreciate him so much.
We can tell who made this thumbnail right here. We can tell it was a woman that did this. Okay,
or someone that loves the 2, 4, 6,
there you go.
8 pack.
This just makes me jealous. This just makes me jealous. Like, I got this keg over here. Okay,
it's okay. We love kegs too, but we're gonna enjoy this while it's here.
Enjoy it, because he only got one scrotum right now, so it's all good.
Hey, we ain't trying to make no babies. We just want to do the other stuff.
Yeah, wow.
Spin around, bounce house action. So, guys.
Oh God.
So we have Rakadushi here. He is the little rat. and Tika named him Rakadushi.
Oh
And I
my
said,
God.
Tika, I'm bringing the rat back. So we had to give him a name because he's probably going to be around for a while because I think they go plenty of
Yeah.
Belickies around, you know.
Right.
So
Wow.
thanks to Rubicon, Alex is going to glory. I mean, going to the Raku.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on the way they handled taking out Alex? Was it necessary? Did it have to happen? Could they have given her a third chance? Like, what's going on with your thought? What's your thoughts on the way they handled Alex, Tika, then Jay?
Well, they had to prove a point. I don't think they had to prove that point in front of those babies, but they did have to prove a point. Alex set herself up because she just wouldn't be quiet, and then she wouldn't just. All she had to say was when he kept asking her, "What does fear do to you?" or "Are you afraid?" Basically, she should have said, "No, I'm not afraid. I'm courageous." You know what I mean? Just play on the mind of the highest because all she could have flipped it, but because she was just being honest, I'm afraid for real. And now she going. All I can say is, while Alex was praying in the trailer for Joan to the Raku, she should have been praying to Jesus to save her soul. That's all I can
Yes,
say. But yeah, they didn't have to do it in front of the kids, but
yes,
it was gonna be done one way or another.
yes. And Jay, what are your thoughts on the way they took out Alex?
Yeah, it was
Was
terrible.
it
It was
necessary?
it was pretty terrible. And I'm looking now, and I just noticed looking at Olivia right there with her head down. I just noticed that in the picture. Like, she knows that her mama's out of here because she's been with this man for how many, I don't know, months or years or whatever. So she knows what Obadiah is capable of. And this was just terrible. Like, Alex, I agree with you, Tika. Like, she should have just kind of played it, but she was so nervous looking down the barrel of that gun. She was so nervous because, again, remember last week we talked about her transitioning out of believing in the Raku, but yet believing. And right now, right here, she's like calling on everybody, like, please, Lord Jesus, Raku, everybody, Buddha, whoever, like, get me away from all of this. Like, what did I get myself into? So it was pretty sad, man. It was pretty sad, man. And I can only imagine what's going to happen next. And shout out to everybody that predicted that she was going to get popped, because I was like, yeah, Olivia's going to save her. And somebody, I think it was you, Tika, or both of y'all was like, nah, she going to get popped. So shout out to y'all with that prediction.
Yes, I didn't think they were going to do that in front of the babies, but of course they had to make her an example, and they did what they did. So we're going to pause for a very important reason. We do have someone in the back waiting to talk to us and waiting to answer a lot of questions if he can. We're going to bring up Mr. Vasquez, and he is the director for episodes 3 and 4 for season 6. Was this season? Yes, I'm sorry, season 5, episodes 3 and 4. And we're going to bring him up, and we're going to give him a nice hearty welcome. Hello, hello, hello.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming. How are you?
Doing very well. Trying to survive the heat, but doing okay.
Yes. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Tika, all things Ruthless.
First of all, I was excuse me. Now you got me nervous just that quick because I have some questions. Your mindset, I was just like, where was he going with some of the things, some of the decisions that he made in episodes 3 and 4? But I want to reintroduce him, you guys. This is Mr. Osokwe Vasquez. He is the writer for Tyler Perry's Ruthless, season 5, episodes 3 and 4 thus far. And y'all saw some dark things that happened in episodes 3 and 4. And we're just going to dive in for a little bit just to see where his mind was and how this whole writer room process works as well. I'm going to turn it over to Jay, let him dive in, and then I'll give it to Candy, and then we can come back to me. So Jay,
All right. All right. So, sir, welcome to the Ruthless Roundtable. Congratulations. You made it. If you made it here, you made it. You got out of the Raku, you survived. All right. So you are here. All right. So I want to thank you first off and congratulate you at the same time. I know you're amongst the other writers that are writing for the season now. And you guys are just doing an amazing job, like amazing. Like you guys are taking it to the next level. So I'm gonna start with the first question. All right. So here's my first question for you, sir. When you wrote episodes 3 and 4, right? Because I know it seems like episode 3 was kind of like the setup to 4. What were you thinking at the time? That's number one, of setting up Daikon in this manner. Also, the punishment of George and Lewis, sir. Like, I think every man, I can speak for every man, I think every man grabbed themselves when the highest went in and took off this man's, we didn't know what he took off. So I wanted to know first where your mindset was and what was the reaction of Tyler Perry and the cast when they read the script.
Yeah, I'll answer the first question. So I don't know. This season is so interesting because of what was set up prior, what Mr. Perry set up in season 4, that we were just like, we have to take this to that next level. Like, what can we do that really makes season 5 feel different and feels like something where everything is getting upheavaled? You know, like everybody's role is getting upheavaled. You see that with River, you see that with Daikon, even with Ruth. She has to take on this new role as the mother of the one, you know, and really sell that fact. So a lot of that thought went into it as far as like, what moves can we make? Because it's really a game of chess. What moves can we make that feel different and feel new, that allows us to explore these characters in fun, different, new ways. So I was really excited about that. That was one of the things, like coming onto the show and being a part of this world. It's such a dense world because you're on the compound, but you're dealing with all these different characters and they're so multi-layered and they all have their own agendas and things like that. So how can we shake that up? That was kind of like the big objective for me. And as far as the punishment, so I'll admit, I pitched that in the room that, you know, a lot of what you're seeing is it's a collective. It's the writers coming together and vetting ideas and seeing what works and what doesn't work. But I do remember the day that I was like, yeah, you know, we should castrate him, and everyone, there was that pause before everyone responded to that. So at the time I didn't realize that we were actually going to move forward with it. I thought everyone would knock the idea down, but we decided to go forward with it. And for me, I never try to do something for shock value. I really try to think about the characters and where they've been positioned in the show, what have they done in the show, and what can I do to them that makes sense for their character and their journey. And you have George and Lewis, and they're two guys who, yeah, they want the money and all this stuff like that, but they're also sleeping around with the women who are there. We focused a lot on Lewis, but George was part of that too. He's part of Lacey getting raped. So for me, it was like, okay, so what can the highest do that we haven't seen before that's emblematic of the character of George? Okay, well, now I'm going to take away his manhood. And that's why for Lewis, it was more, he could have done the same thing, but I was like, you know, I think he takes his eyes. I think he takes his ability to see, because metaphorically, he's the leader. He was the man with the plan. So to remove his vision was removing that metaphoric vision of him having a plan. So I wasn't on set when that scene was shot. Probably for the best. I'm probably happy I wasn't. But I thought that the production, the director, the cast, everybody did a really great job selling both the castration, but also when Hayes just plunges that spike into Lewis's eyes. I was like, oh shit! Like this is. And I just thought it was a great shot. I thought it was great that they stayed on River and what he was going through internally.
Excellent. Awesome. All right, who's next?
Yes. So Jay, that's everybody's question. Like, where did your mind go? So yes, thank you for being such an intricate part into this season. You have done such an amazing job moving the story along. I can't help but give so much praise to how the story is moving forward and the trajectory that the story is going, you know, like with the punishments and everything is just moving along, you know, even with unexpected deaths. Where, okay, do you have to get approval from Mr. Perry when you are like certain things you have to run past him before you write it or you think it out? Like I know it's a writer's room, but do you have to get approval from him for certain things that you want to, you know, implicate, like the castration, you know, and then setting up Daikon, things like that? Do you have to get approval for that, or is it too, you know, what does he say about those things? Do you have to change something?
Well, we did definitely given a roadmap. Mr. Perry had a roadmap for the season, key moments that he wanted to happen. A lot of the in between stuff is what we conceived, but certain things like Daikon's going to lose power, that River is going to become the new Daikon, or I'm trying to. There's things I'm trying to not to say, but there's certain things that happen.
Yeah.
That he gave us the roadmap for, and it was like, okay, in this episode, this needs to happen. So like, we just need to get the car from point A to point B.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was interesting because even with the castration, yeah, I didn't receive any pushback on that.
Okay.
So I guess it worked really well within Ruthless, and it wasn't too much for the show. So that was really good. But yeah, we all get this roadmap, and it's very fun. Like one of the things for episode 1, like we had the roadmap was, okay, everybody's got to be back at the compound. And I remember one of my first thoughts was like, okay, but we can do this. Maybe these two leave the compound, and now we're telling the story over here, and they're going to somehow. It's like, no, everybody comes back to the compound. So for us, it's to figure out the best way to make that happen. Mr. Perry also wanted to do the cartel. He wanted to jumpstart that story. So it was like, okay, well, how do we do that in a natural way that feels like it's adding to the pressure of everybody in the compound? You know, because we also have to remember now you have the feds outside. So it's not like somebody could just show up to the gate and now we tell that story. So we really had to think through those beats and still hit our objectives at the same time.
Okay, thank you.
Listen, I got a few questions. First of all, please give us a little bit of your background. Like, what were you writing prior to coming and playing around this whole Rakadushi playground?
So I was on Amazon's Bosch, and then the spinoff of that, Bosch Legacy, for about 6 seasons. So it's a very different world. You're dealing with police procedural. The character is very much locked in. Like, this is the character. You can do these things and kind of push boundaries, but this is the character. So it was having that experience. Like I started off as a post PA, and then I became a showrunner's assistant, and then a staff writer, and I just kind of kept moving up the ranks. But when I came to Ruthless, it was fun because it was a lot of have free reign. Here are the characters. Go play. And it was like, oh really? Okay. So that was a lot of fun. Probably not in these 2 episodes. But in the next episode I wrote episode 14 as well. You'll see more of those like Boschisms. I won't tell you why, but you'll see some Boschisms in there. But you also see it with the FBI. Being on Bosch actually really helped me contribute in the room as far as Desiree and Cal and shaping them and making it as believable as possible, their situation. Because on Bosch, we were working with a lot of FBI consultants and law enforcement consultants. So, you know, the TV response is, why can't these guys just go in, kick all the Rakadushi's butts and save the day? But the reality is there's levels to it, and there's a lot of red tape they have to go through. So you're seeing all of that sort of in real time, essentially.
Gotcha. It makes sense. It definitely makes sense, and it's crazy that you have literally had that experience with writing on Bosch, and then to come in and just like you said, because we the audience are like, why can't the right literally? Why can't the FBI just go in? But then when they do attempt to go in, we see all this popping going on, like this fire play where they can't go. There's a firewall literally in between the Rakadushi and the FBI, and there's no infiltrating the Rakadushi compound at this moment. So listen, you just as Candy stated, you have literally captivated you and your team, of course, have captivated us weekly to stay locked into Ruthless. Is definitely moving fast. Now, my next question would be, did you have to go back and watch all of the previous seasons prior to writing for this particular season?
Yes, so I did a 3 to 4 day binge that allowed me to really digest the entire world of Ruthless. And I only kind of chuckle to that because like there's some things that are just very heavy on the show. So to submerge yourself for 3 or 4 straight days, you walk out on the other side and you're like, all right, I need to watch like a cartoon or a comedy or something light right now.
Mhm.
But no, it was great because it kept me very fresh as far as who the characters were. One of Jay, your question about Daikon and the unraveling of his position and River taking over, I feel like that was the way it turned out was only doable by watching all the seasons before it. Because I needed to believe that River could pull this off. I needed to believe that River could become the new Daikon. And the setup for it in episode 4, you won't, if you don't watch the other seasons, you don't appreciate it. You just don't appreciate River's journey. Like you kind of see it within a vacuum. You're like, okay, why would he make such a drastic change? But if you add in all the seasons, you're like, I get it. This guy has been, completely abused and victimized, um, and his whole kind of thing has been about power. You know, whether it be money or whatever the case is, it's about power. So that was interesting. And then there was moments that I just don't think I would have been able to write for, like where River and Joan are together in the infirmary, and River's talking about being an entertainment lawyer. That, at least for me, that wasn't, oh, this is what I did. It's like, well, if my life had been completely different, if I wasn't on the street, if I wasn't this person, then I would want to do this. But even in doing that, there's that selfish, self-serving motive. But the only reason I was able to even think about that was season 1, episode I think 14, I believe, when River is talking to the new recruits, and he takes a pause before he starts mentioning that he was a lawyer and that he came across the highest. So when I was able to watch that, I was like, is he lying? Is he telling the truth? Well, is this the truth that he wishes he had? So I was able to bring all of that into that scene and into his motivations for uh, wanting to make a better situation for himself.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, you guys are definitely doing your thing with the connections. I know it's a little challenging to try to to connect every single moment, but the connections are there. People just have to actually go back and rewatch some things, and then they'll understand the whole connection. For those of you that are tapping in, we're definitely here with Mr. Osokwe Vasquez, one of the writers for Tyler Perry's Ruthless, season 5, episodes 3 and 4. I have one final question, and then I'm gonna let if anybody else has anything, then I'll turn it over to you guys. My final question is, if there was one character that you could write a backstory for on Tyler Perry's Ruthless, who would that character be and why?
That's a very good question. I mean, my favorite character on the show is actually Zane. So I think I would write. It would. I mean, she already has her sort of backstory, but I would deepen that. I just think she's a very fascinating character, and how she was brought into the world. Her character was brought into the world, and how she functions now, and potentially what she could be. Um, I think there's a lot of history there that we don't yet know about. That was another thing that was really exciting for us as a room. We really wanted to pick the right moments to try to deepen everybody's history. So you're learning a little bit more about the Heights. You're learning a little bit more about River, and you'll see that as the season continues, that we're just trying to mine more and more of the history and make the characters a little bit more nuanced. But yeah, I would say Zane. I would say she'd be a fun one to do. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Jay, Candy, y'all can have it this time around.
Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, my guy. So I wanna piggyback off what you said, and you are absolutely right. If you haven't watched the seasons prior to, you would not appreciate this moment. Like, look, there has been times because we do recaps all the time. And in fact, by the way, episode 4, as far as the recap that I did on the one that you wrote, is the highest viewed right now. So shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
So you know, with that being said, watching the seasons prior to and now delving into this and giving us more of a backstory on these characters, will we get more of the new character that is playing Lilo's brother? Because we need to know a little bit more about Lilo and why he's there. And I know you can only say but so much.
Right.
But I know that he's not locked up. Keys is locked up, but he's not locked up.
Right.
So, you know, are we going to get more of a backstory in Lilo? Because Lilo was one of my favorite characters. I mean, he just kind of like shook up everything when it came down to Tyrone. He made Tyrone shaking his boots, period, every single time.
Right.
So do you think, can you not say, are we going to see more of Lilo's brother and that backstory of the cartels connection?
So I can say that when we came together as a room and we talked, because like the first day you talk about what you really like about the show and what story threads you want to deepen. I can say, one, there has been a lot of talk about Ruth and her pregnancy. So I can say that was something that came up, and I could say that the cartel definitely came up. I'm personally, I'm somebody who I don't like to start something and not finish it. So if we're starting a story thread, there is a reason for it. And I think you guys are going to be really excited about how we develop the cartel and what we do with them, because I think it's going to be very unexpected. And I can't honestly remember, because to be fair, this the writers' room was in 2023. So we were writing right up until the writer's strike.
Oh wow.
So it was a lot of pressure on that too. It was like, okay, we got to get this done. We got to get this conceived. So there, as far as your specific question about Lilo's history, that I can't remember. And I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be coy. But as far as the cartel, that will be expanded upon as we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So as Jay stated, I know you can't say but so much, but because Obadiah so far has been an intricate part in the season and on the compound, it seems that he has everybody shaking in their boots. He has everybody questioning what's going on. He's questioning the people. He has the kids, at attention. He's very mysterious. Are we going to find out who he really is? If he's just a very observant person, as we saw in episode 6, and the previous episodes, are we going to find out who he really is, or are we just going to find out that he's still just a mysterious person and we're going to have to figure it out in season 6, or we'll find out in season 6? Will that be in this season? That's my question.
So I will answer that in the best way possible, which is, yeah, I would say kind of what I answered already. I don't like starting a story or a line or a character without having some endpoint to it. Um, and whenever I personally think of an endpoint, I'm thinking how much does the audience need to know to get us to the next chapter. So the room was really great about that. It was a lot of great collective minds who had the same goal, which is like, okay, now let's not just do a lot of plot. Let's deepen the story here. So hopefully that kind of gives you the answer without giving you the answer. But yeah, I mean, he was such an interesting character for us to play around with, and I definitely can say he's not going anywhere. He's going to continue to be a thorn in multiple people's sides as the season goes by, and like everybody else, you're going to start to see different allegiances made as the season continues. And Obadiah, for all his bravado and knowledge, he might find himself looking for an ally or two as well. So those interactions, because right now he is very mysterious. He's just kind of wandering around and he's interacting with people more than they're interacting with him, and that is going to shift. So yes, hopefully that
You
answered.
answered. You gave me a lot of yes. You answered my question. Yes. I just want to know he gonna be around for a minute because I like Obadiah. He pull up on everybody, and they respond appropriately. He gets no back talk.
The casting was great for
yes.
him. It was fantastic casting. And I'm actually going through and watching the episodes week to week as a fan, and just kind of experiencing him and what we envisioned on the page, and then seeing that come to life, and seeing how like there's so many nuances to the character that we didn't even think of when we wrote it. So it's fun to see him conceived that way, and he's such a compelling character because of that.
Yes, thank you.
So speaking of Obadiah, I know we had a little conversation in the chat about him, and I don't know if you can kind of expand on what you said, because I remember you messaged, because we were talking about Obadiah, and I mentioned how his title is the headmaster, right? So again, he's psychologically changing these children. To me, again, my thought and my prediction is that he taught Tyrone everything about the Raku, or whatever he created about the Raku. And even though the highest said, I created you, right? So I wanted to know if you can expand. You said there's something in his name. Do we have to wait for that? Or is there anything else that you can add to that blurb that you put into our chat? I was like, oh, I've been thinking about it since you put it in there. I was like, wait a minute.
That's I'm trying to see if I can really answer that.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say there are a few theories that you guys have proposed that is on the right track. And yes, everybody's title is, at least for us, it's very important. Like, we wouldn't just give a title just to give a title, even though it works within the structure of the compound and the hierarchy within the compound. The fact that he is a headmaster is very important and significant. And yeah, I like I said, we're going to be diving into backstories. So yeah, I think that's he's a character you want to explore. Yeah, and the most important thing that we haven't got to yet, but we will, that I can say, is his true relationship with the highest.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hopefully that was just
enough.
That was enough.
That
was enough.
All I can say is simply just started my mind to spinning.
Yes.
Even with that statement, you didn't have to say anything
Mhm.
else after that. You literally have my mind spinning on that relationship exclusive. But
Yes.
I just got one final question, and I swear I'm gonna stop talking. But and you guys are doing, like I said, I keep saying this. You guys are doing such an amazing job with these characters. Is there anything about one character that you would actually change? Like, I, I don't know if it would be maybe their mannerism or their plot, the reason. Like Ruth, we know Ruth is about the money and her daughter. Like we know that that's her plot. But is there any one character that you can think of that you would want to change their reasoning as to why they serve the Raku? Let me finish that sentence.
I like that
I
question.
when I was binging it, I really latched on to River. Like Zane is a favorite of mine, but I really latched onto the character River. I thought it was very compelling. Um, I wish his reasons were a little bit more noble, to give me and to give the rest of us writing it more of a struggle as far as taking him down this road. Because honestly, I'll be very honest. When I first started watching, I was River was there, and I was like, okay, he's gonna like sort of be a little bit like Ruth, and then Zane came in, and they sort of had a friendship, and I was like, oh, is there gonna be something between the two of them, and like, are they going to be this nucleus that's gonna try to have their own plan? But then River really kind of connected with Joan, so which was fine. It was just my expectation, I guess. I just thought that was the direction the story was going. So I would say River. I think I would change. I would almost make him more just conflicted. You know, if he was somebody who actually did want to be a lawyer, and he was going down that path, and then maybe he got screwed over some way, or maybe it was his parents, or whatever the case is, that threw his trajectory off course. And as opposed to going there for any self-serving reason, he's going to the Raku because he's just like, I need somewhere to go, not realizing how bad things are. Um, I don't know. That I think I would change his backstory to that, because then once you start to move him to the dark side, you're even more so like, whoa, dude, like you're really being manipulated here. Whereas right now, River's always sort of been that, you know. So that and that's fun that he's always that. So it's a very easy transition, but it's also, as a writer, you want to find those things that are like, okay, but what can turn somebody really bad? You know, what's that one bad day somebody could have that makes them into the the River that you're seeing now. Um, so yeah, I would say that. I would say River would be somebody I would change. And then currently, you know, even with Ruth, almost I would, because now we're all in this situation with the feds, and it's an interesting thing because people, the dynamic within the compound and what they should be thinking about outside the compound are two different things. So it's kind of interesting. I would almost change her goals as well. It's not just about the money. It's not just about her daughter. It's also about, I need to keep as many people alive, you know. And I think she does have that, but it's her daughter and the money always trump it, you know. So
Absolutely. Great, great, great answer. Candy.
Um, let's see. Uh, trying to figure a question that won't. Well, I have a question from the chat. Will we ever see Brother Anthony regain his power? If you can answer.
I would say this is my answer, non-answer. Do you really want to? You know,
Mm,
yeah, I there's so much more story wise that we can do with him in his new position. than we could do if things sort of go back to the status quo. And I think that's the fun thing for Lenny to perform. It's now this new dynamic. I think episode 6 really gives you the insight into that, of like Manny just being able to push this guy out of the way. And it's like, what does it mean for Anthony to have everybody treat him like this?
Yeah.
You know, and for the highest to keep him at a distance, like where could he go? What spiral can he have? So yeah, do you really want him to go back to being Daikon?
I think he's gonna be a menace on the compound.
Well, he's already a menace. I mean,
Right.
He's already a
get
menace.
the anointed oil to take out River. So
Oof.
yeah, and he's talking to the FBI. Like, what do you want, Desiree? So
yeah.
I'm with that. I want to see what that looks like as far as Anthony, because you know that's how Elder Mother says it, Anthony, right? See how he plots and scheme. But I'm also seeing the now connection with Elder Mother Mava and Obadiah. Now that is a dangerous connection. I see where you guys are going with that. And you mentioned how Obadiah may need to, you know, make alliances with certain people. So is this going to possibly be a threat now for Ruth?
Yeah, I think anyone not in her immediate circle is a threat to her. What I really liked about coming into this season was, because the feds are outside, because even if you get the money, what's the plan? Like, what are you going to do to get past the feds? So there's a pressure inside the compound, but also outside the compound, that makes it really kind of brings up the question, who can you really, really trust? Because this isn't, oh, we just need to get out of here. It's, what am I willing to do and who am I willing to sacrifice to come out of this really screwed up situation alive? So I don't think Ruth can really trust anybody. And I think you see some of that in, what was it, episode 3, after the whole thing at the pavilion. You know, she saved herself, and River's like, hey, help me out. Now, she gives a great reason. And as I'm writing it, I'm like, this is a great reason. But very honestly, you know, I think she has to stick to her goal, her focus, her survival, her daughter's survival. So what happens when everybody's thinking like that?
Right. Because it seems like prior to this season, we had a crew. Right. We had a plan. Now it's like we're all scattered all over the place. River is now the op. River is now the enemy to Ruth. All right. So now they're going to go at it. Before they were like, okay, what do we do? Let's form. It was Ruth formulating all the plans, and River, I don't know what to do. Now he's the op. So this is going to be very interesting. Anthony, Ruth, Zane, Lacey. I'm just putting the crew together in my head.
Sure.
Yeah. It's going to be wild.
And I mean, you know, tomorrow we're going into episode 7.
Yes, sir.
I would say that, and then say we are only on episode 7. So allegiances that you think are one way may not be that way, you know, down the road. But I mean, that's the fun of writing in a world like this. Like, the allegiances don't have to stay the same. And Jay, I think you articulated this really well on another podcast. It was like, it is a game of chess, and when you're playing chess, it's about, again, the moves are, who can I sacrifice to get the win?
Yes, sir.
You know, and I think River is a byproduct of that, which made his transformation very easy to do, because everybody sort of sacrificed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or at least in his mind, anyway.
They did sacrifice him. Every time the highest got upset, they was like, "Oh, go send River." Ruth was, "Oh, just suck it up. Go see the highest." You know what I mean? Every time. So now, and he went to individuals and asked for help. He definitely went to Ruth, and I understand her reasoning behind it all. She couldn't. I got enough going on right now. I can't help you. I'm dealing with this. Okay. He went to Joan. Give me the password, girl. You're not even gonna make it. Just give me the password so that at least someone can benefit from it. She didn't want to help him in that way, so Daikon set himself up by sending River in the chamber of torture with the highest for a night, and he had time. River literally had time to think of a plan. As he was laying there and the highest was giving that little morning speech, River had time to plan. And I just love that even though River is I'm not gonna call him my favorite, but I'm not gonna call him my worst at this point because he's doing it's like survival of the fittest. And I just feel like he's doing what he has to do to try to survive the wrath of the highest, because we know the highest is the devil. So I'm loving the direction. I'm loving that everybody is there. That old power or that old position, such as Zyklon, who was once here, now he has to be at the bottom of the totem pole, and he literally it was humiliating to put him in that purple uniform for him to literally just roll right in front of everybody, put that purple uniform on. So amazing job, amazing job, amazing job. That's all I can say. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
So we're only in episode 7. I like how you said that.
I like that. I like that.
It's like there's so much more coming down the road for us to see. Okay.
Yeah, I actually had to, because like I said, the room was together last year, so there's moments that I even forgot, and I had to go back through the scripts, and I was like, oh, okay, that's coming. So yeah, I mean, without getting specific, it's gonna be a fun ride. Like there's nothing from the previous seasons. The previous seasons are great, like they're fantastic. Yes. But again, it was about upping the ante, and I don't think when you look back at the end of the season, you're gonna be like, wow, they did a lot. They did a lot.
Put your foot in it.
We're saying it now.
Right? Yeah,
we're saying it now.
Yeah.
So another question, really quick, because I got to ask this for the people. We got a lot of Ruthless fans out there. Shout out to the Ruthless squad. Shout out to the addicts. The big question is, where the hell is Malcolm? So I don't know if you can tell the people or not. Are we going to see him? Are we not going to see him? Is he dead? We don't know. We this is again episode 7.
Right.
Is he going to show up or not? We don't. So they're asking that question.
That's fair. That's a very fair question. I think I can answer that one. Okay. So that will get answered where Malcolm is. That was a thread we didn't want to leave open. So we definitely we do shore that up. I won't tell you what exactly happens to him or what doesn't happen to him.
Right.
But yeah, that will get addressed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it, family. All right. Big O said we're gonna find out, so don't worry. We'll get something.
How many episodes are there? Can you tell us that? How many episodes for season 5 are there?
There are 18, last I was told. Again, a lot got kind of murky because of the strikes.
Right.
So that one, it was the writers, so they had to deal with that, and then it was the actors. So the last count that I did here was 18, based off of the production schedule that they were able to put together, 8 or 9 months after the strikes were finally over. And I think it works really well that way. I think that's why you're feeling every episode have a propulsion to it and an intensity to it. But it was also because, you just can't play the sort of old way of playing it. You can't take that sort of slow, more methodical pacing, which I thought Mr. Perry did really well. But now everything is ramped up, like literally everything's ramped up. So that we wanted to create a very sort of Waco type situation. And even though the feds may not be doing anything actively, they're still there. So there is a pressure. We wanted to keep that pressure going. And some big things are going to happen that's going to up that pressure even more. Like right now, technically, this is on a simmer. What we're doing right now. Technically.
Oh,
So it
shoot.
gets
I mean,
hotter.
you
Oh
using
my
very
God, it gets hotter.
detailed
I
words.
love it. I love it. I
Hotter.
love it.
Simmer, okay? You're
Get ready,
simmering right
family.
now.
Get ready,
Got it.
family. It's about to
Oh
go
my
down.
God. Y'all already have my blood pressure up as it is,
Right.
Mr. Osokwe. So you mean
Yeah.
my blood pressure is going to go even higher? Oh my goodness.
Because we're only in episode 7, remember?
There you go.
Yeah,
We're
yeah, yeah.
simmering.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. I pick up everything you putting down. I got you.
That part.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Man. Okay.
Listen,
Yes.
so I don't if all is said and done, if anybody else has any questions, if not, we'll let Mr. Osokwe have a beautiful rest of his day. But please, Mr. Osokwe, please let everyone, and I hope I got your name correct this time. So please let everybody know where they can find you, and maybe even if you have an additional projects that are coming up, please just let everybody know, because we're so intrigued by you, and we're just loving
Yes.
everything that you guys are giving us.
Well, yeah. If you guys love a good police procedural, feel free to check out Bosch and Bosch Legacy. There's 7 seasons of Bosch. There's currently 2 seasons of Legacy going into its 3rd season very soon. That's just a show I'm just very proud of. I'm very proud of. I was on that show. Currently, I'm in a lot of development mode right now. As you probably can tell from my background, I'm a big nerd. So there's some book series that I was able to get the rights to that I'm in development on right now. So I can't promote those yet, but hopefully those will be up and running soon, and I can circle back with you guys about that.
Absolutely.
But yeah, just keep watching the show. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with everything, and know that we are checking the comments. We are,
Nice.
you know, no, in a good way,
Yes.
not like in a bad way. We're doing
Oh,
that
yeah.
because we want to make sure that everyone is enjoying themselves. That's the main thing.
Well, we definitely are.
Definitely.
I can definitely chime in for everybody. This season has just skyrocketed everyone's anticipation and excitement for more. So you guys keep doing it, keep going, keep making us proud. Shout out to Tyler Perry, shout out to you, sir. Man, this change right here has just truly excited the entire community. Like seriously, like the entire community, almost every single day in our Facebook groups, the conversations are going ridiculous. I'm going to add you to one of the groups. I'm sure, Tika, you'll do the same. Okay. It's incredible how much excitement is going on for this particular season. So great job, brother.
And thank you
It's
guys.
fire.
Honestly, it was so cool to find you guys and to see your recaps and your reviews, because it's hard to know what's out there, you know. And then I came across the roundtable, and then I watched your guys' individual reviews. It's extremely helpful. You guys are very thorough, which I love. And yeah, I mean, I walk away from it feeling good, so that I'm happy about that. But no, I mean, I love the honesty too. If there's something that doesn't make sense, you guys identify that. You try to theorize about it. So this for me was a no-brainer to be part of the show, and hopefully other writers can come on as well, and they can talk about their episodes, and you guys can get even more insight into the craziness of the Rakadushi.
Absolutely. Well, you are an official member of the roundtable now. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming out, hanging out with us. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. You guys enjoy the rest of your evenings.
Absolutely.
You as
Thank
well.
You.
All right, thank you
so much.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
so glad
All
you
right.
were able to make it through. So thank you so much.
Very welcome. It was my pleasure.
All right. See you soon, brother.
Take care.
Wow. Wow. Shout out.
Listen, inside, get the inside info from the writers themselves. I loved it. Loved
That was
it.
Yeah.
so dope. Oh gosh.
Awesome. Great
Listen.
job.
We're simmering and we're only on episode
Okay,
7.
that means he gonna be in the
Man.
hot water.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He said so much and said so little at the same time, but he
Yes.
said just
Right.
enough for those who are, if you're a little slow, it's okay. We got you. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
catching it. We'll catch the alley-oop, and then we're gonna deliver it to you guys to say, hey, you know what? This is what he said, but this is what he didn't say. But it's
Mhm.
okay. This is what's coming. Stay tuned to all of us. We're all doing recaps, and yeah, we're gonna listen. He's watching the chat. So
You already know.
comment below, guys. He's watching the comments. So make sure you comment below.
For sure. I'm posting everybody's comments. So don't think we're ignoring you guys. We see you. We see you out there. We thank you and
Yes.
appreciate you for commenting. Just want to put everything up. So I don't want y'all to think. And why is
Man, it seems like we don't even have enough time to do the recap.
Right.
But that was so great. That was so
yes.
Sometimes when things are just going so well, you just can't stop.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, nah.
Somebody said if Andrew's wife unalive, she gone to the other rock.
she been
like
gone.
Oliver took her out.
Yeah.
Oliver took her out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Andrew was like so messed up by that too.
Yeah. When she should have that's like Mac told her, but nope, she wanna hang around and get deep down by Malcolm. So
and take a shower and
Take
get
a
popped
shower.
in the shower.
that part.
Y'all crazy.
This is our show, man.
Listen.
Ruthless is our show.
And you have to have a
Thank you, Karima.
You have to have a local mindset, because I was thinking when we were talking, like how you think about things like people that are bothered children or the elderly or things like that, or the disabled. And I always say what I would do to somebody, like I would torture them. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm tripping about Ruthless, because my mind, when I be like, I'm tortured, listen.
Yeah, you got that ruthless mindset. You got that ruthless
I'm like,
mindset. I think a lot of people
tripping?
do. Yeah, a lot of people have that mindset. They just won't admit it.
And they don't act on it. Like you can think it all long as you don't act on it, then
thank you, Karima.
you're good. Then you're good.
Yeah, then you'll stay out of jail. You'll stay.
Okay, it's just a thought of what I
think
do.
all the thoughts that I think all the thoughts that we acted on, all the thoughts, I think we would not have this round table.
We would not be.
I know I would be locked up.
We would not know one another.
We would meet each other in jail, right? It's like, oh, you just as sick as me.
Okay.
We'd be watching Ruthless from a jail
Have
cell.
my own property code.
Okay.
Oh man.
Gracious.
And then you meet your little mouse friend, your little rat friend in jail.
That is Rocky. His name is Rocky Rockadushi. Meet the mouse, Rocky Rockadushi. Everybody say Rocky Rockadushi.
Everybody say Rocky Rockadushi.
You give it a name, so
Oh man, crazy.
I ain't gonna say she made me. She encouraged me to give it a name.
Yeah, he needed a name because he's famous. I think he's gonna be around. Because he's around. What's up?
So let me ask this, guys: Are we sad that Alex is gone? Are we sad about this?
No, because she was like Bridget, like just always popping off, talking too much instead of listening and stop reacting. Versus, she was always just reacting to every little thing. Even came down to the point where she was gonna threaten to turn in River as well as Joan. Like she was just like Bridget.
Yeah.
So
she
had to go. Sorry, she had to go in front of her baby, but she had to go.
And then, Ruth told her not to say anything to River. And as soon as she got a chance, she went straight to River. Like, lady. And then you going to tell him you're going to snitch on him? Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
That was Tally behavior. That was Tally behavior right there.
Like, girl, pump your brakes. Calm down.
Yeah.
So everybody's okay. We can move on.
Yes.
So, question: who did the highest call a smut? Whoa.
Zane. Zane. How you gonna call my baby girl Zane that name? Like, what qualifies her as a smut? Whoa. your highest.
That's crazy, yo.
The
I say,
audacity.
whoa, and smut, whoa. I say, good God.
Well, he
Yeah.
should have gave that name in the Marvel.
I know, right? What's she up to now? How many guys now?
22 out of 22.
Listen,
22.
she's trying to make more than that with George, but you know,
But she's trying to make
Obadiah.
more than that with Obadiah. Yeah.
listen,
She'll take Obadiah
Obadiah.
any day. He's a fine
Oh my
specimen.
God.
He's just a fine
And
specimen.
he
She gonna-
is.
she gonna
And
be
he
standing up
is.
straight.
Okay.
When
That's
he
that
gets
go.
finished with her.
Okay.
Oh my God.
She gonna be skipping to my Lou.
Trivia time, y'all. Trivia. You got some more trivia?
No,
Yeah.
that was just
That's the
okay,
only one.
That was
I
just the
So
think-
only one I
Zane, so is
had.
the answer B? Is the answer
It's
B?
B. Yes, Zane.
Comment.
Yes.
Zane was a
Chat.
slut.
Chat.
Whoa.
What are y'all comments? What are y'all thoughts? Who's the smut? Whoa. I love that terminology.
Smart
I was
whoa.
trying
I was
to think of something to call it earlier. You know, I love the word whoa. That's definitely
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
fall into place. But I was trying to figure out a substitute for the other word that they gave us. So I love that.
Yeah.
Smut whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was trying to
that's
figure. I'm
cool.
like, what can I say? I don't want to change it too much.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
like smut. Okay, smut. Whoa.
Mhm.
Yeah. The highest in his nerve. He just had the nerve.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He stuck.
Shoved his ass
Great
right out the way.
Listen.
Get up out of here.
What is going on?
This
Why
was
you put
funny
his finger
though.
on his mouth?
He's just like, bro, I know it's
Mouth,
hard.
And then he
I know it's hard.
pushed him.
I know it's hard, but you ain't in charge. Get your ass out of my face. I was like, ah.
Daikon is still in Daikon mode with that purple robe on, y'all. He
What
is.
was he thinking though? What was he thinking to think that he was going to take orders? You know, like Anthony, like Scumbag Man was gonna be like, yes, sir. Like, come on, man. He was there. He saw that he got his title taken away. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's like, bro, what are you doing? This is Manny you talking to. Like, he knows he was right there. Like,
Yeah.
even though y'all just did y'all little dirt in episode 3 or 4, popping all those people in the infirmary, but nah, you lower than Manny right now, sir. Calm down. But you don't know that because you still stuck up there in the black, you know, with your hands.
Mhm.
Still got his hands behind his back. He can't take his hands from behind his back. You about to get knocked over.
So what position do y'all think would fit like Anthony? Because he's not a soldier. He's not a black ops soldier like the ones with the black uniforms on. So who is he now? He's like got to go through
He's a
Rocket Rooster
nobody.
training all over again.
He is the scum of the earth, the bottom of the highest shoe at this point.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
the bottom.
He's
entry
lower than the
level.
lowest.
He's entry
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
He has been forgiven, but he has been forgiven.
He's been
You gotta
forgiven,
take
but
the
you got to
showers.
start over, bro.
But you heard what he said, though. You heard what the high said. Brother Daikon has been forgiven. He didn't say
Yep.
his name, Anthony. So,
He did not. He did not.
because at any given moment, if River gets out of line, he could put Anthony back in position or put anybody back in
Mhm.
position. Because now that we know that Daikon is not the actual name of the person, as we've learned
Right.
over time, that his name is Anthony. We know the
Mhm.
meaning now. We know the true meaning. We never really knew that meaning until the highest kind of explained it and broke it down.
Right.
You know.
Right? That's true. We just
Shayna,
thought his name-
do you watch Ruthless, Shayna? I have to
Shayna
ask
don't
you.
watch no Rufus.
Do you
That's why
watch
she
Ruthless,
laughing.
Shayna? Yes,
She'll
La
watch the Ruthless.
Mocha.
Oh,
It is
God.
the-
Okay. I
Mocha.
like that. La
Manny
Mocha.
said to Daikon, "Hello, here he be." He
Better
better leave Daikon
alone.
alone. Listen,
Mhm.
Daikon is putting everything in the back of his little mental Rolodex.
Yep.
Everybody that pulled a Manny, pulling the River,
Mhm.
you know, yeah. I think Ruth might be the only one that may be safe because she needs that balance. She need him no matter what position he's in because he's always gonna be himself. But right now, I think Ruth is safe with Daikon.
Well, you got to remember too, because he was Daikon for so long, there are certain things that he knows that he never revealed. So now
Yeah,
that
and-
Ruth and him are aligning, like for instance, the ointment in the back of the cabinet, she didn't know about that. How does Daikon know about? Because Daikon knows about all the little intricate details of the campus because he was second in command.
Mhm.
So he's gonna use that, and Ruth, that's how she's gonna survive. I believe that's how she's gonna survive because Daikon's gonna help her.
Yeah. And then they have soul ties now. You know, they've been doing the horizontal poker.
They've been doing that for a while.
Yeah. So I think they will always be cool because of that, for one,
Mm.
you know. and then everything else is just added on padded protection. So we're gonna try to run through these slides really quickly.
Mhm.
So we have Elder Mother going into, well, she's already there. We have Manny coming in with the medicine. We have George being patched up. Find out that he's only missing one testicle. The highest was sawing though. Like,
Yeah. Well, he had to cut it out. He had to cut it. Listen, he had to cut it open enough to
tell it,
pull
sis.
one of them out.
Oh Lord, stop, please.
But did
Mr.
he move
Sope
it?
wrote this, so
Did,
all I can say is,
so
He
did he
wrote this
move it?
one
Like,
too.
did he
yeah,
move
this
it
is
over?
three and
Did he?
three and four.
That's right. This is
Did
3
he
and 4.
hold
That's
it
right.
out of the way and then cut? Or did he
This
make?
man had two hands on this doggone
Well, he had to hold.
hedge cutter,
He had to
and
hold the head. Yeah,
he was
he
just
had to hold it to get it out the way.
he was cutting that thing for like a good minute. I was like, bruh, what you got balls of
Yeah,
steel? Like what the hell?
Oh,
yeah.
It was
whoa.
like I said, all men that watch this, I'm sure if you're a man, you held yourself like, oh my God,
Whoa.
I was
Jesus.
holding myself. Okay. So the elder mother asked Manny, "How are you healing?" I'm like, "Why, elder mother? Why do you want to know how is he
You wanna
healing?
see?
Because you stitched him up with a dirty needle, and like, why you want to see it? Like, elder mother, what's going on?"
She's sick. She's so sick.
I love elder mother.
We do, but she's sick.
Hang up my levels, but she's a freak.
So
Yeah.
we have a moment where River and Daikon, I think they might be out of order, but I just want to talk about everybody in the whole. River and Daikon talking, and he was letting him know there was blood on his foot and blood on his hands, and that an innocent person was unalive on, day 1 or day 2, I think he said. And then we have Philly Tyrone 22793 given to Lacey from, what's her name? I'm gonna call her Ruth. Joan. And then we have Lacey and Ruth discussing, and Lacey was like, "I'm tired of playing crazy." So Tika, whichever scene you want to talk about, and then Jay, you can talk about it.
Listen, all I could say was, "Boo, you giving the number to the wrong person. Why are you giving this to Lacey? Lacey is the most unhinged individual right now out of anybody you see on this compound. She cries every 2.5 minutes. Why, if anybody you're gonna give the numbers to, why not give it to Ruth? Ruth literally just is gonna spare you. So why would you, give it to Lacey? I don't understand. Maybe that was, to because she was angry right at that moment from hearing about Alex being unalive, but you could have said that for Ruth, baby.
Yeah.
She
That
she
was
was tired of
why.
but she was doing a great job too.
Yeah, I did not know she was playing crazy. I thought she was losing it for real, but I'm glad to know that she was playing crazy. Jay, what are your thoughts on either of those 3 scenes?
Yeah, so she is extremely frustrated and going crazy because she's back on this campus. We know that, but she's not like cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? So that's why Rufus like play that role, because it's going to be some type of distraction for us. All right. And yeah, I agree with you, Teak. Why Lacey? I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, why you tell her? Why don't you just tell Zane, if anybody? Zane is the safest, the person that's going to keep all the secrets. Like, I haven't seen Zane like dry snitch or say something wrong that had somebody end up being unalive. So Zane is like the person you need to talk to. But as you said, she was angry. She just blurted it out. Well, I'm going to get revenge. Give me that towel. Here's the code. And it's not no. It's Philly Tyrone.
Right. We found out that it was Philly Tyrone 2793.
Because her ass was not giving it to River, because she knew his ass was like,
yes.
And we see it. He's getting more evil and more crazier and more like power hungry now that he's in position. So it's like, man, look, like River is the op. He's seriously the op right now. He can try to weasel his way back and be like, Ruth, I'm sorry. No, she ain't. Ruth is like, I'm coming after you, son. You let Alex die and she was innocent. Oh, no. I'm getting you. So if Ruth is coming at you, you better watch out.
Yeah, it's gonna be deadly.
Did y'all catch where Ruth tried to hint how River was his family was like had some mental health issues.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so is that what's going to come into play for River? Is that why he's in survival mode as much as he is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she told Lacey to play on it because that's something for, River has family members or whatever dealing with mental issues, and that's like a safe space because they're not going to bother her. They're not going to mess with somebody that's acting out per se.
And that's why it also seems like River, when he does get punished or goes to the highest and comes back from that, it seems like, okay, back to normal. This is just normal. It's like normalized for him because he's been through crazier times. His family has mental problems, so he's been through a lot.
Yeah. So Philly, is that where the highest is from, or that's where does Philly come from? We know Tyrone is his name, and that's his inmate number. I wonder where Philly comes from.
Maybe he was locked up in Philadelphia.
Could be Philly Tyrone 2.
If she's tying his prison number in with his name, and maybe like, all right, he was in prison in Philly. This is his prison number and his first name.
Yep. I need y'all to Google that inmate number to see who that number really belongs to.
Oh my God. You trying to get somebody taken out.
Okay.
They're gonna track back that person who's looking up this guy's number.
Ooh, he had it.
So we get to where Daikon is going into his trailer.
Yeah.
And he walks in, and River is standing there with his bag packed for him.
Dang.
They are face to face, talking, so to speak. And then River tells him to bow down and pray. And Daikon does. My mind went left, and I'm like, please don't. Please don't. And then I'm like, okay, good. Tika, what are your thoughts on River? I mean, on Anthony praying to Rivercon?
Okay, my mind did not go left. Candy. However, he's just playing the role. He's playing the role until he can really, really do something. He has to think. He has to get his mind together. He has to wrap his mind around what has just been told to him. Like, bruh, you're no longer Daikon, therefore you don't get to sleep in a trailer alone. You have to go and sleep in the men's punishment or the men's trailer. That's your new home. Get out. And then literally just packed on the floor. So, I mean, he was gracious enough to even give him a bag because he could have just threw it all out. You know what I mean? Out on the ground, like kicking out his wife out the house or something. But he packed him a nice little bag. And I hated to see, even though Daikon has been a thorn in a lot of people's side. Even from the point when he snatched Zane up by the face. I'm like, why you messing with Zane? It's like I felt an ounce of empathy for him because now he has to, the very person that he sent to play around with the highest, now you have to bow down to that individual. So I this much of empathy, but then after that, I was like, wow, what you got to do, River?
And then you got to bow down. You bow down not in public, it's in private, which means you are really having to just not even go against him, not even fight, not even argue. Just, all right, cool. All right, let's do this. So we know Daikon is really playing the role, and he is like on his mind is churning right now. Like, there's no need to fight. All right, cool. I bow down to you. But just know I got some coming for you. Jay, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it quick. He deserved all this. Okay. He deserved all this. Since day one, since okay, let's take it back. Tika, you already know. Let's take it back to when we got Callie, we got Ruth, we in the car, and you punched Tally in the face and they crashed right into the tree. You deserve it since then, Daikon. Okay, Anthony, I'm taking it to the first episode, bro. So that's why when Big O Vasquez that was just on with us, he said, yes, when you watch it from the beginning and these moments happen right here, you appreciate it so much because we know, and even Liddy on my IG, he admitted. So I said, yo, Daikon deserves it. He's like, yeah, he did. So he deserves this, man. And yeah, he made the rules. Go stay with the rest of the fellas. But again, River better watch his back.
Yep, he will not be living in the lap of luxury anymore. Go ahead with the bunk beds in the bucket naked, okay?
Ill. Stinking too. Stinking.
Ooh, stanky. Let me find the other slides because I got jacked up today.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yes.
Episode 7 coming tomorrow, guys. Make sure you stay tuned to all of our channels. Look out for the recaps because they're gonna be coming early. I know Tika, we gonna be on it. You know what I'm saying? Up late, up early, we gonna be on it. I mean, from what Big O Vasquez said, like we are only at episode 7. There's so much more coming.
Oh my God.
Yes,
got me hyped.
All right. So we get where Elder Mother Marva, as Ruth has called her, and they are in there having a conversation. So of course, Elder Mother is the head of the kitchen, and no longer is the head of the kitchen, and Ruth is, because Ruth has a plan for the kitchen and for the food and for everybody that has to indulge in what she is trying to cook up. So Elder Mother comes in and sniffs around and looking at the food and sniffing, and she wants to know everything that's going on. And Ruth tells her one part, B, I got this, and 2 parts, none of your business. I say, yes, ma'am. But
yes,
that don't matter.
ma'am.
Elder Mother don't give up. No way. Because look how she's smiling. Elder Mother's like, Jay, what are your thoughts on Elder Mother's interaction with Ruth and the food that was about to burn? She blamed it on Lacey. I'm like, girl, Lacey ain't even in here. Why? We got to throw it off on Lacey. What are your thoughts?
Once again, happy birthday to our birthday girls, right? Bajalyn and Melissa. Birthdays right back to back. We love you both. And we love when y'all do this, right? We love the banter. We love the back and forth. As Tika did earlier, like, bye-bye, get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we love this. The ingredients, genius, right? Bitch, I got this. And second part is none of your business. Genius writing. I love it. It's just so quick, so witty, so just like, again, a lot of thought being put into this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just a back and forth. And again, shout out to our guy Tyler Perry, right? But again, now we're seeing a whole different side, a whole different perspective on how these ladies are going back and forth as far as their insults towards each other, right? So, and then she's talking about Obadiah. He's a fine specimen. She's like, girl, what you want? Like, I got to cook this soup du jour. Get up out of my kitchen, okay? You need it in the infirmary. Get your ass out of it. I love it.
I really wish for like a part. I'm always having these little small moments. But I was wishing that Ruth would allow Elder Mother in that kitchen, or even just listen to her just a little bit longer, because Elder Mother knows that the highest is not receiving his food. And I'm thinking Elder Mother Mama wanted Ruth just to say, hey girl, not in that way, but hey Elder Mother, how do you make the highest food so good? And the Elder Mother would have been super hype. Oh, well, let me show you what I do, or let me do it. And she would have put some medicine in that food because the highest is off the chain. Elder Mother, Ruth didn't listen to Elder Mother long enough. So now we going to get another, even darker side to the highest.
Yeah.
Yes. I totally agree. If she had listened to her a little bit, would she give it to her? I don't know. Now the mother be kind of stubborn. Let me in the kitchen. You have to worry about asking me. I can see her tell, don't ask me. Just let me back in my kitchen.
She probably would do that. She probably would do that because remember when she got kicked out, she got the medicine. She put it in her hands, and then she was like, hey, "She's gonna need me," and then walked out, put it in her little rockadoochie pockets. You know what I'm saying? So she probably is waiting for that moment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got the little inner seams. You know what I'm saying?
Why they can't just be pockets?
Little rocker pockets.
So we are at the police station, and everybody walks in the police station, just walks in, huh? They just, we got the lady, the news lady just come in, and we got the lawyer just walking in. Tika, what are your thoughts on the conversation with Andrew, and then just what's her name? I forget her name. She just
Mariah.
come in,
Mariah.
Mariah.
Yep.
She just comes in and start putting these puzzles together, and then Andrew trying to tell her, ho, that's wrong. Thoughts?
It does make sense what she's saying though, because she put Ruth at the top of that food chain, and in actuality, Ruth does have a lot of pull on the Rockadusha compound, especially with the highest. So they're already aware that Joan was the accountant. So okay, who else is gonna the leading lady that they saw front and center with the specific outfit on, but also the money person, the money lady. So it made sense. Yeah, she's gonna save Desiree's job if Desiree actually listens to her. Yeah, and then to find out that the footage has been scrambled. Shout out to Obadiah, because I know there was nobody but you that did that. So the news, y'all have nothing. So y'all got to get on that Rockadusha compound to get some type of footage. So yeah, they got to work together. She definitely needs to work together and listen to what Mariah has to say.
I agree. And Jay, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so going along and piggybacking on what Tika just said, though, my question is, how does Mariah know so much? She just got there. So this is to tell me that she may have been following this for a while, right? She's trying to get this Pulitzer Prize, right? This is going to get the prize for her. So she may have been following this for a while. She knows a little bit too much. And that's why even when Andrew was like, nah, it's all wrong. She's like, nah, no, you're wrong. You're just like the Rockadusha men. You don't believe that a woman can be in power. How you know that, Mariah? How you know about the Rockadusha men? So it tells me she's been doing a lot of research on this for a while. She just showed up and we just seeing her now. And yeah, her role in this and her knowing now, of course, that was the first conversation she had with Desiree about, the senator, right? And what happened with Laura.
Aaron and Laura.
Aaron and Laura, right? So she knows a lot. And I want to find out, how does she know a lot? And who does she have on the inside, or who is she connected to that's on the inside? You know what I'm saying? So I think they're gonna do something with that too.
Yeah, she started moving them pictures around like a doggone scramble board. I said, great shucks.
What if Paula finally reached out to somebody? They keep asking for Paula, so I'm just giving y'all the glimpse of hope. Hey, what if Paula reached out to her and let her know? Or Aaron could have downloaded her with everything that he saw on the compound. That's
possible. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, Paula may come out the woodwork.
Hey.
They're gonna be like, how do you know about this? Well, remember a long time ago, you might not know, but there was somebody that escaped. And here come Paula. Hey guys. It's like, oh, that'd be crazy if she come back, right?
Just for a minute.
Right.
Yes. So we get to the punishment trailer where we have poor George. I mean Lewis. No, blind Millie Jelly and
you mixing them up like Elder Mother.
Right.
She got nervous talking to Obadiah.
Low ball.
Okay.
George. So Obadiah wants to know who we got here. Who is this? Elder Mother points that way, and then I'm like, Elder Mother, what is you trying to screw that man up? I know you want that man keep turning his head. You want to see the side profile, how you gonna look at him. I get it, Elder. I knew what you was doing. You want to see all angles of this man up close. I got you. But he wants to know who's here, what's going on. And he tells Elder Mother this joke. Jay, do you remember the joke?
I do not remember that corny ass joke. But it was like, who do you trust, the Joker or the blind man? And like if you wanted to go through some door or whatever, he said. And he was like, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about, boy? And he's like, I would trust the Joker because the Joker can see and the blind man can't see. So he's kind of pointing out the fact that, okay, the person that's going to tell us everything that's kind of what's going on and what really happened is most likely George, because George can still see. I like I'm going back to Brother Vasquez and what he said, as far as the highest taking out his eyes and he was the leader, Lewis was the leader, and he took away the vision. So now the only person that has vision is George. So Obadiah's like, okay, let's see what's going on with this guy because he can tell us exactly what's going on. We can get down to the bottom of some stuff. So that was what I picked up from the puzzle and the riddle or whatever.
Yeah, because I think it was something about I think the liar and the prisoner or whatever.
He said
he's a liar or something like that. Or
he said there are two doors. There are two doors. Two guards, two doors. One is the liar, one is guarded by a joker. Who would you ask in order to, or basically which door would you go through, or who would you go to for info, I guess? But he basically said to get through the door, yes, to get through the door. And he said, not the liar. Of course not the liar. You're not going to go to the liar because the liar ain't going to do nothing but tell you a lie. So, of course, the Joker, just like Jay reiterated, is the one that is about to tell it all. The Joker being George.
And then you gotta remember the saying, there's truth in jokes. When people joke, a lot of times they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Right. We get deep on the round table today. You know what I'm saying? We go in, baby. We go some deep, baby.
Listen, Osoke got us. Osoke got us digesting this stuff and breaking it down. And
we already was Rakadushi deep. He just took us to a whole nother level now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He did, and he used very important words. Like he didn't say a lot, but he said a lot. You know, he didn't just didn't rumble it all out like this is gonna happen. Blah, blah, blah. Nah,
that makes an awesome writer.
He was speaking in riddles.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just enough to pique our interest and to keep us on our
toes. He's a master of words. You got to remember that. So because he's a writer, he can come up with certain words to give you the message without saying the message.
Yes. So we have 36 people in the chat. Salute. Please make sure you all are liking the video, you are sharing the video, and you are subscribed to all of our channels, please, and thank you. Yes. So,
wait, can I say Obadiah told Manny, I'm not saying that you're dumb. No, I'm not saying I don't like you. You're just dumb.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, I like Obadiah.
Go back to Obadiah. Oh,
yeah.
Let me go back. I like Obadiah. I really do. I like Obadiah. He's sneaky. He's like a little ninja. So he asked Manny, I heard you were going to, he told Manny, I heard you was going to be Rivers number 2. And he was like, okay. And he said, so where is Ruth? No, where is River? In there with the highest or whatever. Where is Ruth? Okay, where is such and such? Where is that? Who had the drone over here? Who had the drone? I said, Jesus, man, he is peeking. He wants to know if you are paying attention to what's going on this compound. And then he tells him that he's not going to accept the position.
That's right.
I said, well, dang. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, no, you're not. But and then Mr. O said, thank you. He said that Obadiah he goes to the people. They don't come to him. He goes to them.
Yeah.
And he's just talking. He's talking to them and at them like, listen, this is what it is. He telling Ruth, stay away from the kids. Leave them cheering alone. Manny, you're dumb. You're stupid.
But in all of that, he has yet to tell the highest that Ruth was over there out in that car by that bus. Or at least we haven't heard him say that yet. So he might him and Ruth might be on another.
Yeah, the saying, shout out to Guru, right? Yeah, so the saying is not nice to meet you. That's funny. That's it. Not nice to meet you, Manny. Not nice to meet you, George. Like this guy is just twisted.
I like Obadiah for now. I like him for now. Unless he got a crazy backstory, then I might.
He's crazy, yo. He's crazy.
I like him though. He got everybody on their toes. Listen. So baby Ruth saves the day. Well, saves Joan.
There you go. This.
Like I said, I'd be watching and don't be watching. I had to go like, what is Ruth doing? Why is she? Daddy, no. I'm like, Ruth be on it. Ruth be
Daddy.
on it. Listen,
Oh my God. Hilarious.
Joan didn't know what was
Hilarious.
coming. Joan didn't see it coming. I ain't gonna sing it, Jay. She
River
didn't.
ain't going. Don't please don't sing it. River didn't see it coming because he thought he was going to get the codes right. Because now you got the highest here with the sword, but here comes the one. That's his name, the one.
Yep.
Daddy, don't do this. No. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, my son. I'm like, oh my God, like the highest. He's so stupid.
He falls
so
for it
stupid.
every freaking time.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
your
son.
son, your son, your son, and he just my
But
son.
now Ruth is speaking the voice of the baby. That's the part that's
Exactly.
funny. Like,
Exactly.
Daddy.
He is following it.
Like she just using her telepathy, the baby's using telepathy through her body
Oh my
to have a
God.
conversation with his
Yeah.
dad. His
Yes.
dad. Girl, Ruth, girl,
Yes,
you
bananas.
listen.
And I
Listen.
died when she stuck her finger up at River.
Exactly.
Yeah. She was
Exactly.
like,
That's petty. Yeah, I'm like, okay, Ruth, gotcha.
you're not getting the codes today, mother.
Listen,
all.
because we got the highest, listen to the baby talk or not talk, or whatever. I hope she ate gas or something so he could hear the movement or something. Because, sir, you're listening to nothing. Nothing is on the
At
inside.
all.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was possessed like an omen.
Yeah.
So what are we going to revisit this? You think is River going to put something in his head again about this money, and then he's going to come back to John? Is he going to wait for her to be walking around and healed, or is he going to come to her again? Even though the baby has told him enough bloodshed. Either one of you.
Well, just because the baby said no more bloodshed, don't mean he's not gonna revisit that question because the cartel coming for their change, and the highest is gonna have to answer for that. So who else knows about it? It's only Joan. So I'm sure at some shape, form, or fashion, at some time the conversation is gonna be revisited. In other words,
Yeah.
Just as long as hopefully the highest will have had some medication so that he don't come through with that pill again. But had the highest listened to Daikon when Daikon was questioning Joan, he might have known, but he didn't want to listen. Oh, she's not like that. She loves the raccoon. So now look at it. Crazy.
Little Mousy Joan. Yeah, she tricked you. She tricked y'all.
I think River, because Ruth did what she did, again, for those that watched the trailer, because we broke down the trailer, you remember? Teak, we broke that trailer down. I think this is going to lead to the part where River's going to suggest to say, you know what? The one, we need to check on the one to make sure, because we got to make sure he's good. And he's going to put in the highest's head to do this little sonogram thing, as we was talking about that sonogram picture. So I think it's going to be River's idea to try to get back at Ruth for what she did here.
Yeah. That seed is gonna be in there because River was at that table when she was getting ready to get that fetal heart tone situation checked out.
Yes. So we are at the end of the episode, and we have the children lined up, and everybody has this bowl, the soup du jour, and Zane knocks Callie's bowl out of her hand, and she says, Callie, she doesn't say Ruby, she says, Callie, I'll get you another. Obadiah is like, he is looking all around, he is all on it, he's on it. Either one of you, what are your thoughts on this moment of an Obadiah and this food on the floor? Like, what's up with Callie's food versus everybody else's food?
Ladies first.
He's doing the Obadiah. He's literally doing the Obadiah. He's doing what he does best, which is observing, not saying anything, because he could have easily called her out and said, why did you, knock her food over? Or how is it that her food, fell over out of all of these bowls? You just happen to be standing behind Ruby. So, he's paying attention. He's trying to just digest basically what happened. I was trying to look at that bowl though to see if there was some shrimp in there. but it didn't look like they had no shrimp. Looked like it was just noodles and tomatoes. Well, are they vegan? Oh,
Carrots or something.
Tika, you
Yeah.
just as hungry as me right now.
I'm hungry. My
Okay.
stomach
I'm hungry
Listen.
too. I'm hungry
my
too.
back.
Yo, so yeah, your boy is on it, man. Like, I am afraid for them because this is the most on point I've ever seen any member of the Rock crew. Okay, he knew about the drones, he knew about everything else, he knows what's going on. This guy is on it, man. So yeah, there's obviously drugs in all of their bowls. All right, to keep them in control. We remember that's how they do it. They keep everybody in control by putting stuff in the food. So for Zayn to do that, knock it out, that was a smart move. But again, we know what happened at the end. So, but yeah, Obadiah is scary. I like this. I like where he is right now. Once we find out his true identity and what's really going on, I think it's going to shock all of us.
Yeah, and then hopefully, you know, either I'm going to like him or I'm not. We're going to see.
You probably
and I might need him go into the punishment trailer and you know let Mr. O write his story.
Turn around, Obadiah may turn around and run the show.
Listen,
you never know.
Everybody's intimidated by him. Like everybody, he walks up on everybody and he puts them in check, and it is what it is. Like
yeah, but everybody has got the highest though, because the highest is like I made you, and I'm just like I was just hoping he would put that same type of Lido fear into the highest, but Obadiah, of course, he was made by the highest. So like Jay been saying, I'm looking forward to seeing what his story, and you too, Candy, what his story really is. Was he the one that was messing with the highest when he was younger, or what? Like, who is he really? So yeah,
like I again, it just totally makes sense because how he knows so much about the Raku to teach the kids, and how, you know what I'm saying, like, why would the highest entrust in him to teach the kids about the Raku? There's nobody else that we know, so it has to be he's known him for a long time. Okay, here we go. I love this.
But listen, Lacey was tripping. Lacey, I thought she was going to start singing the whole song. She was like,
spirit hands.
She was just blurting out words, and you know, the highest was giving this little speeches, this monologue, and you know, and she was like, "Right, that's right." You know, River.
I'm trying to help you out.
Used to. Yeah, I'm trying to help you out. This boring speech. I said, "Well, is she gonna get caught? Is Obadiah going to drag her by her heels? Like, what is going on?" Then you know she, the highest telling it, shut the F up. Shut up. So, Jay, your thoughts on your girl, your beautiful one, Miss Lacey.
My wife, boy, she's doing a great job of making sure that people know that she crazy. Praise the highs. That's right. You tell them. You go ahead and tell the Rock. Tell them, boy. Tell her. I mean, that's the first I've ever heard her voice like that, like she was in church. You know what I mean? So I just broke out laughing when she did it because I was totally shocked. Just like the highest was shocked, I was shocked too that she was like, "Go ahead, tell the people what it's all about. I'm trying to help you out, man. Come on, bro." You know what I'm saying? Like
that was too funny.
It was crazy, but again, this is all a plot, as we know, right? To show that Ruth, who is the wife to be, has authority, right? She knows how to wield her power over everybody. So if she's acting out, the highest is saying, "Hey, handle that," and she's handling that, the highest is going to trust her even more. She can get closer to the money, get closer to everything else, and just they can get up out of there. So this is all part of the plan.
Tika, your thoughts on your girl Ruth?
Listen, Lacey definitely made number one on the fan reaction show that I just did. That moment right there, she don't go chasing waterfalls, but you know about them rivers. She went the F in, and I was here for every little second of it. She is doing an amazing job. Salute to Elise Willis. She's definitely doing an amazing job. She's giving us crazy. She's giving us Aggie AF. She's doing her thing, and I'm here for it. Listen, Ruth, of course, Ruth is a part of it, but there was a moment right when she started where Ruth had this little smirk on her face, and I was smirking right along with Ruth. But then, some kind of way, they finally ushered her behind up off that out of that pavilion by Daikon. Like
Mhm.
Daikon, where do
Yeah.
you fit into this whole job that Ruth got going on? Maybe
Mhm.
Daikon can become Ruth's number 2.
Well, you remember as we talked about it earlier, how he helped out with getting the anointed
Mm-hmm.
oil, which is the
Yeah.
poison.
Yeah.
So it would only make sense for her to call, hey, brother Anthony, take care of her, right? So yeah, I think just like you said, they're all gonna be down with each other, working with each other to get back at River. And hey, you never know, like Daikon may turn on the highest. I mean, we've been saying this for a while. A lot of people have been saying because he took his power away, that's totally humiliating. He will never
Yeah.
get that respect back. He may get the power back, but he may never get that respect back from the campus now. So you totally humiliate, and now he has nothing to lose. That's what Daikon said. That's what Anthony says. Don't mess with a man who has nothing to lose.
Yep.
So he gonna get down with Ruth. They're gonna get up out of there. He may help Ruth. He gonna be down with the money. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. This is crazy. I love it.
Yep. And so this is the last part of the episode. Rubicon, you dirty rats. And the rat name is Rocky. So after Zane brings Callie, aka Ruby, her bowl of soup du jour back, River is sitting there about to eat, and Ruth is staring, of course, that making sure that he eats and takes a good helping of what she fixed. He says, "Hold a minute. I think we should, share with the children, or the children should be at the head." Or I can't remember exactly what River was saying, but he said Callie. He called her Callie too. He didn't call her Ruby. Yep. Why are they messing this up? And he let her sit in his seat, and then we get the stare off between River and Ruth. Tika Dushi, thoughts on River and Ruth?
Only thing I can, I'm just like in prediction mode at this point, because he's gonna sit that baby girl in front of that bowl of soup. But is there really going to be something in that bowl of soup? I think that's too easy for Ruth to as a way to take him out. I think the whole plot is just to make him look stupid, and vice versa, instead of trying to really unalive him right there in front of everybody. I think, but it's like a mind game. She's got this thing just like the highest where he plays mind games. I think this is Ruth's moment to play a mind game. At least I hope so, and I hope that baby girl don't eat that soup and something really happen. I'm gonna be.
Yeah, I agree. It's too easy to take him out right here and now, unless it's something that's gonna be digested later on, and then he sleeps and then doesn't wake up, something like that. But immediate unaliving, I don't see that happening.
Let us not forget. That, remember, as Ruth was getting the anointed oil, which is the poison that she was going to use, here comes out the Mother Marva. She then has Obadiah come in there. So that whole plan of taking out River with the poison, I think, went out the window.
Yeah.
But just like you said, Tika, like, we want to make it feel like he wants to, he thinks that it's poison, right? So maybe, as we are now doing predictions, because we're at that point, right?
Right.
Maybe he lets Callie almost taste the food, and then to try to be the hero, he's like, "Wait a minute, what is that in this soup? That looks like something terrible. So, what is with this soup? What is going on? Ruth, are you trying to poison us? And what is this?" And try to make himself look good, and it was like, "There's nothing in it." I think that's why she's sitting there calm, and she ain't saying nothing. There's nothing in it. There's nothing in it that's going to take them out. So I think he's going to make a fool of himself, again, prediction. And she's going to be like, "There's nothing in it. Taste it. I'll taste it." And then she tastes it, like, "See, nothing happened to me. Everything's fine." You know what I'm saying? And then the highest going to be like, "Well, why did you accuse Ruth of that? Like, what is going on? This was a celebration for you." And then we'll see what happens after that.
And you act like that. Yeah, he going to get chastised because you acting like that. And this is your celebration. Yeah. So
she gonna make him look like a fool.
Ruth didn't even cook the food. She let Elder Mother Martha do the meal. She said, "You cook and we'll serve."
Me and Zane.
Zane and I will serve. So
Yep.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
while he was thinking, because Elder Mother put that in his head.
That bug in his
Yep.
head.
Ruth,
Yep.
Ruth stopped me from cooking your food, and there may be something in your food. And he's like, "Oh, thank you, Elder Mother."
But he
Now
doesn't
he gonna look
know
like a fool.
that it was flipped back over to Elder
Yeah,
Mother cooking, so he never got the end of the story.
Right.
He
right,
just
That
got the
part.
beginning and what
right.
he thought was going on. So yeah, I
Yep.
like that. I like that. I like that. He's
We'll
gonna flip
see.
out. He's gonna get chastised.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll
Any
see.
thoughts on the episode? Okay, we just did those predictions. Any predictions, Tika? What do you think is going to happen? Like, maybe, well, with whoever you're thinking about.
Oh my God. I'm just so excited. I honestly don't have any specific. I tried predicting what could actually happen at this table, but now that we kind of talking it out, it's like that ain't make no sense what I was thinking. So I'm just ready to kind of watch it unfold. We did get to see the attorney of the cartel, Key's attorney. So we did
Yes.
get to see that moment.
Mhm.
And he's gonna assert what slime bag looking power that he thinks he has and try to get Keys out of the situation that she's in. I'm looking forward to that moment. And one final thing, I just want to say, girl Ruth, salute to you, honey. You gave us an amazing speech when you told River that he basically done poked the sleeping bear. And it's
That's
on
right.
and popping. He said, she said, there will be no more tears. No more tears because we already cried the tears for Alex and we cried the tears for baby girl Olivia. Oh my God, when she did that,
Mhm.
let me press my little button right quick. Salute to Melissa L. Williams, honey. You did that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you.
That's all I got. Just looking forward to it. That's all.
Yes, indeed.
JJ.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm looking forward to the outcome of this whole soup du jour. I want to see this Obadiah story unravel. I know they're gonna slowly, as brother Big O said, this is simmering right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not even hot yet. It's not even boiling yet. So it's slowly but surely. I think we're gonna get more pieces on Obadiah. We're gonna get more pieces on Mariah as to what she knows and why she's so close to this story. Like I think, again, like I said, I think she's connected to somebody inside, or she's been following the story for a while. Where's Malcolm? As I asked him, Brother Vasquez, where's Malcolm? Are we going to see a glimpse of Malcolm in this next episode? I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I can go on and on and on, but definitely make sure you check it out. It's coming out tomorrow, episode 7. We're going to do our recaps. Look out for our recaps, fam, because we're going in early, fam.
All righty. So we have 37 people in the chat. Thank you all for coming through. If y'all in the bushes, please, jump in the chat and say hello. We would like to hear from you. Let's see.
Rockadoochie bushes.
Yeah, in the bushes. What the hell you got going on?
Right.
Oh my God.
Let's see. So I do want to thank everybody for coming through. Mr. Guru, Augie, Sheridan Daniels, Patricia Brantley. We got Bay. Young champ. Thank you for coming through.
Salute.
And a lot of other people. Lamoka. Chi-Town Rasta. Shayna. Rose Martin. We had a lot of people in the chat, y'all. I can't go. Patty G. Hey, Patty. I hadn't seen her in a minute. And Karima. Yes. So I do apologize if I didn't get to everybody. I do apologize. Charge it to my head and not my heart. Thank you, Guru. Peace. Well, anything else? Well, let's see, Jay. What you had? No, never mind. Tika. What do you have?
Ladies first. Go ahead. Ladies first. Go ahead.
Listen.
Tika, what do you have going on your channel, darling?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you to Mr. Osokwe Vasquez for coming and kicking it with us. Thank you for giving us a little more insight as to what you guys were thinking when you became a part of this whole writer's room of Tyler Perry's Ruthless. We're absolutely appreciative of you being able to take out a moment of your time to come and hang with us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, this is always fun, and I'm looking forward to next week because this next episode, I got a feeling it's gonna be real crazy, and my toes gonna probably curl. But with that, with that, make sure I did just a quick pre-show, just to show the fans a little appreciation, a fan reaction live, and I think I will do this, but I don't think I'm gonna do it at the so close to the next one, to the round table. But it is just to show the fans, the audience, how much I appreciate you guys, how much I do see your comments and appreciate your comments. Some of y'all have me laughing, almost making me want to pee on myself half the time. So thank you to the fans, and make sure if you guys missed it, just tap back, go back and check that video out. And right now I just been rocking the Rockadushi boat. Like I just been rocking the Rockadushi boat, literally. I'm definitely going to tap in with my girl EJ on Saturday. We're gonna do family business, no love. We're gonna be in the building. So that's one of the things that I have coming up. And y'all just stay locked in. I'm working on something new for you guys. So just stay locked in, and I just appreciate you all for rocking with me. Ruthless is ruthless in right now, and I'm here for it. That's all I can say. So that's it. Thank y'all.
Yes. Ruthless is really ruthlessing, and I'm sorry, my gadgets are not gadgeting today, so I can't do the solo leg.
But that's okay. And shout out to Rocky Dushi. Shout out to Rocky Dushi.
That's the little rat, y'all. If y'all don't know, that's the little rat. Let me see if I can get him back on the screen. Can y'all see him? I can't get him back up. Can y'all hear me? Am I muted? Tika muted.
You good.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Jay, what you got going on in your channel, brother?
Yo, first off, I want to say great job, Candy Love, on the hosting. Excellent job. Keep up the great work. Appreciate your hard work and putting this together. Shout out to, of course, Tika Dushi, getting brother O Vasquez up in here. You know what I'm saying? It's a team effort, family. It's a team effort. We can't do this alone. To put this round table together, each and every one of our talents, we put it together just for you guys, to bring you entertainment, to bring you the exclusives. So I appreciate both of you, and I appreciate everybody for coming through. So what we got going on, you already know. Look out for that R&R. What's that R&R, y'all? That Ruthless recap, family, coming from your boy. We gonna get it in as soon as it comes out. You already know we gonna get it out there and break it down the way we do. You know the way we do, family. So definitely look out for that Ruthless recap coming sometime early tomorrow. Look out for that. All right. And we are preparing, family, for Power Book 2 Ghost to come back. So all you Power Book 2 Ghost Power fans, listen, it's time. It's time to regroup, come back in. We had a 2-month break. Come on back in the room, because we gonna go in, because it's gonna be wild. I already put out some sneak peeks, so check on my page for the sneak peeks that I just dropped. It's probably gonna be a couple more before it drops on Friday, so look out for all of that good stuff. All right, family, look out for that. So we're gonna be going hard with Power Book. We just did a live on Bel Air, and Bel Air is gonna be wrapping up as well. So look out for that live wrap up of Bel Air, the season finale, the final 2 episodes. And yeah, we're going to be going hard with Ruthless, going to be going hard with Power. This is going to be, listen, August, I want to salute to all my Vacay fam and Vacay VIPs and everybody, fam, because last month was huge. We had so many views last month. It was crazy. And I want to give a special shout out to my #1 most solid member who just crossed over 12 months of membership. And that is your girl right there in the middle, Tika Dushi. So thank you, Tika Dushi, for being a member of the Vacay VIPs and MVPs and being so supportive. Salute to you. Thank you. You wasn't even expecting that, right? You wasn't
I
even
sure
expecting
wasn't. I
that.
forgot I was giving my money away like that. But
I appreciate
it.
look, you contribute to us and we contribute to each other. So I want to give you a shout out and thank you for your love and your support over a year now. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Look out for all of our stuff, family. We go hard and we work hard to bring you all this great content. Just show love. Hit us with a like, hit us with a subscribe, and share this out, family. If you enjoy it, I'm sure other people that you know will enjoy it too, family. And let me know how my new mic is working out, all right? You know how we do. Appreciate y'all. Look out for it. It's coming. It's going to be coming fast. Look out for my vacay rants too, because I'm going in on rants, man. I'm just going in on certain characters of the show. So we have a little fun. All right. That's about it. Salute.
Alrighty. Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you. I know you cannot wait for your power to start. I know you're ready to get powered up for power. I do want to thank you all for entrusting me with hosting this live. Thank you, Tika. Thank you, Jay, for your encouragement. I'm gonna be kind with my words here. No, it's just gentle. Y'all do encourage me, and I'm not gonna say too much because then I start crying. You know, I'm a gangster though, so I don't cry. But and Tika, I do appreciate you allowing me to, entrusting me to host the live with, someone with a writer for the show. I appreciate that. Appreciate it. Because I was super duper nervous. Jay saw the nervous and frazzleness before the show started. I was like, Jesus.
You got it.
I think my hair was all over my head.
You did your thing. Yeah.
I thank y'all for that. So yes, Candy Love is on her way to 500 subscribers. Y'all, I'm only 27 subscribers away. Please, everybody in Tika's chat, Jay's chat, go over to my page, Candy Loves Talk TV, and hit the subscribe button, please. Okay, thank you. I only need 27 people. It's 34 of y'all in here right now. Go ahead over there, over here, and hit the subscribe button.
All right, y'all. Stop playing.
Please.
Stop. You know how we do. Stop playing. Let's support our sister. She's working hard.
Sharing is caring.
She's family.
And she actually has some great content on her channel. So it's not like we just sending y'all to the wolves. Like she has amazing content on her channel. So
absolutely.
Thank you.
Just go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that, guys. Yeah. So yes, I do have Reasonable Doubt coming up. That comes on tomorrow. So I'll be dropping my quick thoughts on Friday. I will be live with EJ and Tika on Saturdays to talk about EJ and Tika. I said EJ and Tika. I'm sorry. On Saturday to talk about Family Business Book 7, which is the New Orleans version. Also on Monday, I will be doing my Reasonable Doubt with Monique Johnson, Mo 69 Ways Johnson, on Sunday at 7:30, and then with Inga and Monique again at 8:30 to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So please tune in to all the things that we have going on. And I greatly appreciate you guys. And thank you everybody in the chat. And Jay, your mic is working well, bro. I just want to let you know that.
Appreciate you.
So if nothing else, I will see you guys later.
Raccoon has smiled upon us tonight. And our faith, the sacred children of the raccoon never wavered. Everyone watching live, as this child shows us the way.
You might have just sentenced a bunch of children to death. Don't stop rolling.
Tyler Perry's Ruthless.
We have won the battle, but the war is not over.